Hey guys, we're going to receive more news from Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. John Fassel, Cowboys special teams coordinator, moves on to Tennessee, leaving the Cowboys with a gaping hole to fill. Although the battle for Cowboys head coach is still underway, several other coaches are also looking for a new contract. Most notably, special teams coach John Fassel decided to leave the Cowboys and take an offer with the Tennessee Titans. It's an uncertain future ahead, with Fassel out of the picture for 2025 and the future. John Fassel's exit: what's next for the Cowboys in 2025? Why Fassel will be difficult to replace. The Cowboys blundered a couple of times this year in special teams. Brandon Aubrey's kicking percentage lowered in comparison to last year. In 2023, Aubrey saw an incredible 94.7% field goal percentage. While in 2024, that number reduced nearly by 10 to 85.1%. Similarly, there were several plays that simply didn't go how the Cowboys planned, one of which resulted in a devastating loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. So there seemed to be a number of reasons the Cowboys didn't fight to keep Fassel. Yet, Fassel is also responsible for both Cavonde Turpin and Aubrey Pro Bowl and All-Pro designations. His style helped create the space for two players from the USFL to have incredible success early on in their careers. Fassel helped the Cowboys score 3 touchdowns on kickoff or punt returns. They were only one of 6 teams to score off of a punt in the league. In the loss to the Bengals, Fassel orchestrated a blocked punt. It isn't necessarily on him that a Cowboys player touched the ball and neutralized the effects. A move like this should have helped the Cowboys achieve victory. Many games are played and won with special teams at the pinnacle. Repeatedly, big moves such as blocked punts, field goals, and kickoff returns create the formula for success. The Texans' game against the Chiefs for the 2025 divisional playoff game proves that much. If the Texans would have made either of the field goals that were missed or blocked, there could have been a different story. Thankfully, the Cowboys aren't losing Turpin and Aubrey with Fassel. They still have the skills and talent for success. But they don't have the mastermind behind making the plays happen. That's what Fassel brought to the forefront for the Cowboys, opportunities they'd be hard-pressed to achieve without him. Now, Fassel gets to help the Titans recover from a detrimental season while the Cowboys search for a guy with a fraction of the talent. Adjustments in coaching can be tough on a team. It happened when Dan Quinn became the head coach of the Commanders and Mike Zimmer replaced him. It took a while for the defense to play like they once did under Quinn. The same could happen with the loss of Fassel. Other potential losses to special teams for the Cowboys in 2025. Turpin and Aubrey might be locked in for the 2025 season, but several other players aren't. Guys like punter Bryan Anger and long snapper Trent Sieg are due to be unrestricted free agents this spring. Consistency in most other positions will help the Cowboys recover from the loss of Fassel. Anger is an excellent punter and also holds the ball on field goals and extra points. He's a huge part of Aubrey's success as well. So is Sieg, who consistently snaps the ball properly so that Anger can hold. All three of them work together to be a well-oiled machine. Without a few of those cogs, there are bound to be more breakdowns in the future. With so many other major players with contracts to be sorted, like Micah Parsons, the Cowboys will have many difficult decisions to make about 2025. Now without John Fassel, the Cowboys have additional circumstances to consider for next season. And there's no guarantee on how they'll play out. Cowboys Jerry Jones donates to Donald Trump $200 million presidential inauguration. Joining Dallas Mavericks owner Miriam Adelson, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones recently made a significant donation to President Donald Trump's inauguration. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is in the process of hiring his next coach. But his pick for president? A big check just confirmed that. While he sorts through the likes of Kellen Moore, Deion Sanders, Brian Schottenheimer and more as the potential next leader of America's team, the 82-year-old multi-billionaire made another significant political donation to the Republican Party. According to Front Office Sports, Jones made a donation to Donald Trump's inauguration committee. As a follow-up to what Jones did in 2020, when he gave $1.1 million to Trump's fund. In a USA Today story at the time, Jones told a reporter he supports the GOP to kick the expletive of people like you. Asked another time about his party of choice, Jones explained that's how the country should be run, but don't bleep with me, alright? Says the Front Office Sports story, a spokesperson for Cowboys owner Jerry Jones confirmed to Front Office Sports that he donated to the inaugural committee. Most records of donors to the inauguration will be available later this spring. Jones isn't alone in local owners supporting Republicans, as new Dallas Mavericks owner Miriam Adelson is also on the list of franchise leaders contributing to Trump's inauguration. Trump raised an estimated $200 million for the lavish ceremony. Jerry might not be winning any public opinion polls right now for the way he runs his Cowboys. But politically, he is on solid ground with his fan base, as although Dallas County voted for Kamala Harris, Trump earned 56% of the vote in Texas in last November's election. Nick Sabin pumps up Deion Sanders Cowboys rumors. Every head coaching search should be considered a pivotal one, but the stakes seem especially high for the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. Following a disappointing and injury-laden campaign that was preceded by incessant contract speculation, the franchise is in a precarious spot. Foundational pieces like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons can theoretically help the team return to the playoff conversation, but a continuous decline is also feasible. The Cowboys have a multitude of issues to address before the 2025-26 season rolls around. They must hire the right head coach to lead them through the fog and into brighter days. Few people light up a room quite like Colorado Buffalo's HC Deion Sanders. Owner Jerry Jones reached out to the legendary cornerback more than a week ago, but despite some buzz, no formal interview has been scheduled. Dallas offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer is gaining significant momentum as an in-house candidate, with many people expecting him to land the job imminently. Sanders has an abundance of supporters, however, including the greatest college football coach of all time. Sanders' friend and fellow Aflac spokesperson, Nick Sabin, is rooting heavily for him. "I want him to get that job," the seven-time national champion told the Pivot podcast, via On3's Griffin McVeigh. Sabin's biases are obviously undeniable, but he clearly believes that Sanders is the leader the Cowboys need right now. And his opinion does carry weight within the industry. Deion Sanders is pretty good at selling himself, though, and does not require a hype man. Moreover, his resume makes a fairly loud statement on its own. He turned Colorado football into a destination in just 2 years, quadrupling the program's win total in his first season and then guiding the Buffs to a 9-4 record in 2024. Sanders' impact can best be described by the massive influx of fans in Boulder's Folsom Field. He has galvanized the community and captivated fans around the country. But that sort of star power does not necessarily equate with NFL success. While charisma and recruiting prowess definitely carry merit, the professional level is a different animal. Execution and experience are crucial. Though, considering a no-brainer hire is nowhere to be found in the Cowboys' head coaching pursuit, Sanders does warrant some consideration. Nick Sabin certainly feels that way. But Jerry Jones might have other plans. Alex House is a sports journalist who covers the NFL, NBA, and MLB for Clutch Points. He grew up in a New York sports-heavy region in Connecticut and earned his journalism degree at the University of Rhode Island. His in-depth knowledge of two of the most passionate and raucous fan bases in the country gives him a truly unique writing voice. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Deion Sanders? Leave your opinion in the comments.